I'm Lauren, and this is a tour of my 2024 Hobonichi Day Free and Supplemental Notebook. I decided to go with the Day Free because I pretty much decided that I wanted to start journaling and memory keeping at like the end of May of 2024, and the thought of trying to fill in like a 1 page a day cousin for all the days I had missed really stressed me out. So I figured at least with the Day Free I could kind of mess around, see what I thought of it, and then decide what I wanted to do the following year. So with the Day Free, obviously I was doing a lot of back journaling, and most of this stuff was information that I could get out of my like Fitbit app, as it was tracking like movement and steps and all that stuff. As you can see, as the year went on, I got a little more into highlighting, which honestly helps me to figure out which column I'm in when I'm trying to fill it out. And then I gave up a little bit towards the end because I was really excited for my 2025 notebook, but I can live with that. With some of the extra pages, I used the March section as like an index for cool pages that I might want to reference later on, and that's mostly like lists of stuff that I would want to find, book reviews that I wrote, and then any knitting projects that I finished. For the months that I did not need, well, I guess that's it, I used them for sticker swatching, and you'll see some more at the end of the month section. Again, the earlier months was mostly back journaling, so they're not too crazy or colorful. And I was kind of doing like half like activity tracking and travel, like actual plans. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this section. I feel like I figured it out this year, but at least for 2024 it was kind of all over the place, which is okay. Oh yeah, and then this is when I started to get, this was the current time when I was working on this. So after I finished back journaling, it got a little more exciting. So I got hype about coloring and decorating and playing with markers and stuff. Yeah, for some reason I guess I started tracking events in World of Warcraft. Pretty cool. Okay, and then back to some sticker swatching. Oh yeah, and marker and pen swatching, just to honestly fill up these pages. And then getting into the days part of the Day Free. I feel like I was still figuring out artistically where I wanted to go with this. My usual artistic style is just a lot of collage and like layering papers and layering markers and pens. So for these, I couldn't decide if it was like, you know, a catch-all for like stickers or practicing like brushwork, or, you know, writing my feelings. Oh yeah, recipes as well. I realized it was fun to note some foods I was obsessively returning to again and again. Records of travel. I got one of the Canon photo printers, and I love it. So I have a lot of printed stickers like this, but also I find that the postcard size actual photos work great as like page inserts for additional journaling, assuming you have like a Sharpie or something to write on the back. Oh, here we go. This is what it does. But yeah, this was around the time when I was like, I should check out a fountain pen, and that was a wonderful and terrible decision, because now I'm obsessed with it, and I'm really enjoying learning more about fountain pens and nice inks and cool stuff like that. Yeah, I realized as I'm looking through this that I was labeling a lot of stuff, again, because it wasn't, not labeled, it wasn't dated. So I was coming back after the fact and sort of titling and dating some of my pages. I kind of wish that I had written on this just so it looked a little more full, but I'm okay with where we're at. Got some records of votes, nice events. Again, enjoying the photo printer a lot. And also at this time, I was getting more and more into what I was doing with this journal, so I was realizing that I wanted to try out, you know, new pens and new washi and new like decorative things for future journal work. Oh yeah, went to the Seattle Tattoo Expo and I got a ton of free stickers, which was a really great time. All of these printed pages are kind of awkwardly shaped because when I was creating the template to print them out, I accidentally put it on A5 size instead of A6, and so I realized when I got it out that it didn't quite fit these pages that as I had intended, but that's okay. There's the state fair. Oh yeah, this one looks a little janky, so I'll tell you what I did was that once you do the postcard size print, you can actually like peel off the back to make it a little thinner, but because of that, it loses obviously some of its stiffness and ends up looking a little bit lumpy bumpy when you paste it in, although I probably should have used like a tape runner instead of glue, and that probably would have helped. All right, here's probably my first finished object of the year. When I ordered my 2025 planner. I think these are napkins. Turns out I am really afraid of heights, so I did not go any higher than this on the Eiffel Tower. More socks. More socks. So at this point I had hit, I think, the end of October, and I realized I wanted to keep going. So I had this little A6 notebook that I think I got from Yellow Paper House, and it was in the, I think what they call the neutrals. So you'll see that all the pages are like different, but they're all, you know, like beige or gray or white. And that worked really well. And it was also nice to use like thicker craft paper as well. Oh yeah, here's a list of all of my research on the different paper options for the selfie, which is the name of the photo printer that I have. And now I can refer to this at any time because inevitably I will forget, because they have names like KC36IP, which does not make any sense. More socks. Let's see. These are my annual Advent socks, so I wrote down the various prompts that I use to create them. Oop. All right. And that is it for 2024.